Hey everyone, welcome to another early live stream. We're doing early Friday live streams. Although I didn't have my caffeine for the day, so I am a little bit more tired than I should be around this time. But this is about as awake as I'm going to get. So, how are you guys doing? How are things over in your direction? Hopefully it's good. This is the closest thing I have to tea for today. This is normal. I can't say it. It's Arizona. It's half and half Arizona iced tea. That's what it is now. Get that dang arm checked out yet? No, I can't. No, they're only taking people who are getting the vaccine right now. But you know, my arm's been fine. It feels fine for now. So, I mean, right now it doesn't hurt. So maybe I just space out the work. I am working on another comic. I'm working on another Ellie the Eliminator comic. This would be the third one. And then what I'm planning to do is bundle them into one graphic novel, maybe doing a campaign to sell that. Because I think that would be fun to have prints of that. I don't know if anyone else shares in that excitement to have Ellie the Eliminator in print, but I like it. I do enjoy writing with those characters. It's fun. It gives me a chance to be goofy. And in order to get into the mindset of writing kids' cartoons again, I've been watching a lot of older kids' cartoons, which always just kind of gets me in a good mood. So recently I watched like some Jimmy Neutron. That show has its moments. It does. They definitely some bad episodes in there and definitely some very silly things, but it's pretty funny. It still holds up if you were to go back and watch it. It's still pretty entertaining, pretty goofy. And I've also been watching My Life as a Teenage Robot, which is pretty fun because that was actually a show that I didn't watch too much as a kid. I didn't see too much of that on TV. And then just kind of later on, I got into watching it. And so I have never seen all the episodes. So it's fun to look back at My Life as a Teenage Robot and be like, oh, so this is what that show was. Dannphan, did you see the Owl House? First of all, hi, Ishkra. If you've been trying to contact me on Discord, I lost that account. So I've been meaning to say so, but that Discord account doesn't work for me. I got a new one. Did you see the Owl House? No. I heard it was okay. But, you know, okay is not necessarily a praising review. So I was just kind of like, ugh. Also, I just, you know how I am. It's hard to try the new stuff because it just disappoints me. It's awful, right? I do want to eventually see some new stuff, but I don't know, man. It's hard. Good to see you live. What are we talking about? Good question. Guys, topics? We got topics? I've been watch one of my fave cartoon. You seen it? It's Daria. Oh, no. Yeah, that's one of the ones that I avoided. I wanted to watch the entire first season and it was awesome. Oh, why did I read it as wanted? I watched the entire first season. Amazing little series. Reality is often disappointing. It's true. It's very true. Midriff pluses and minuses. You know that I like those style shirts. I don't know, just something about it. And by the way, I'm not exactly against that being in cartoons per se. I think it really has to do with like who your audience is, right? Because I think it's probably fine if you're like aiming at a teenage audience if you wanted to show a little midriff. Who cares? They're teenagers. They're horny. They want to see that. That's It's a weird way to put it, but it's true. It's like they're already watching anime. So yeah, of course they can see a girl in midriff if they're already being exposed to much, much worse. But if you're going for like little itty bitty kids, then maybe that's something that should be marked as inappropriate, you know? Thank you for the donation, Maverick. When will you do a Dannphan fan art vid? Good question. It's really hard to say because lately I'm not really sure how much YouTube I want to do. Originally, I thought I was going to just get back into it as soon as I was done fulfilling the campaign. But maybe it's just being out of YouTube for a while made it kind of hard to ease myself back into it because YouTube is just like depressing. It's just depressing lately. And I feel like I have to space out videos to give myself like some air to breathe. But I don't know. And then I was like considering the fact that I don't make that much from YouTube in general. And I never really wanted to be a YouTuber per se. I'm not really sure if this career choice is necessarily the best for me as a type of person, because I have all the stress problems. But yeah, I mean, people often ask me, you know, you should upload more often so that you can get more subs quicker, because uploading very often will help you in the algorithm wise. I don't know, man. I feel kind of comfortable right here, like at 50,000 subs. You know, it's like, it's not too big, it's not too small. It's like at a good level. So, yeah, YouTuber isn't a real job. It's true. It's true. I was mostly thinking maybe this year I'll get a job, you know, a day job, and, you know, I'll still upload YouTube, but I won't make it a regular thing. Maybe like maybe a video per week or 2 videos per week, or maybe I'll keep doing these live streams, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if I really want to go back to my original uploading period, because I don't know if it really makes me happy per se. But you know, that's just the thing. I hear all these stories of these kids who want to be YouTubers because they think that it's going to be like super easy. All you have to do is do stuff that makes you happy and share it with people online, and then they give you views, and then you get a bunch of money. And no, you don't get a lot of money from YouTube, and you don't get a lot of views from just happy stuff, you know? So also, you don't really get a lot of happiness. Even if you're doing a video on happy stuff, you don't get a lot of happiness returned to you for that type of thing. So it can be a bit depressing, you know? And I don't know if I really want to just surround myself with negative energy all the time. But there are a lot of kids who just think it's sunshine and rainbows, and I get it. I mean, I used to think that way too. I watch YouTubers online and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I wish I could just make videos like that and every day and just like not worry about my bills. But I don't know. Actually live streams get you more sub because YouTube algorithm see engagement and keeps putting you on page 3. You know, I actually heard that live streams do the opposite. It doesn't do you super good. A lot of live streams, whenever I have like people I'm subscribed to actually live streaming, a lot of them don't get recommended to me. I have to actually look into my subscribers and look for the little symbol next to their name so that I know that they're live. But yeah, I heard live streams do the opposite, that they're not actually good for growing your channel. They're good for like keeping your current subscribers engaged, but I heard that they're not good for growing. Maybe an English Hololive thing. Ugh, I don't know about that. Nick Ricciardo was talking about it, and he said that as far as he could tell, live streaming was actually hurting his channel growth. Yeah. Yeah, I figure. I don't blame you for distancing yourself from YouTube since negativity can get you. Right. I imagine that it gets to a lot of people. I mean, being online in general, being on social media in general, you're going to be surrounded with a lot of negative input your way. And we all know where that comes from. It's mostly hormonal teenagers who just like tell everyone to fuck off for whatever reason. It's like, oh man, I really didn't like that last episode of whatever the fuck. And then you get some random 13-year-old screaming at you that you're a terrible person. But yeah, one thing that I always like to remember about the internet is the fact that a lot of people who are screaming online would not scream in your face in real life. A lot of them are just taking advantage of the fact that on the internet it feels anonymous. You can't see the other person. You can't see their reaction to what you're saying. And you can't be afraid of them like hurting you or anything like that. You can't be afraid of getting your ass kicked because you're online. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Come at you through the screen? In a way, face-to-face interactions, real social interactions, they have like a checks and balance thing because you're able to tell somebody's emotion visually, and you can get a better idea of the actual mood, you know? You don't have that same sense of mood when you're reading text on a screen, and that can cause our imaginations to do some work for us. Even in this video, it's like I can say something and there can be paragraphs of comments of just interpreting my words as meaning something completely different. A lot of it has to do with our own perceptions. If people talk to someone in real life the way they do on the internet, chances they get bodied for it. Yeah, really. Although granted, I have seen videos of people screeching in other people's faces, and they do get whacked most of the time. But sometimes the person, you know, they manage to pull out the ultimate patience from inside them and keep moving on. Just ignore that person, and then the person gets arrested for harassment and assault. So, you know, it's just one of those things. And yeah, thanks to the pandemic, people aren't really seeing each other face to face anymore. Or well, that'll be changing for the most part sometime soon. I know that they're opening up schools. Or well, my school near me is already opened up again. It's been open for a while actually, but I know that a lot of different places around the country have not opened up their schools yet, and there's still some states that are in lockdown. Texas is opening up completely. They're taking off the mask mandate, or you know, mask recommendation. I don't know, but so yeah, hopefully it's going to turn up. We're going to bounce back, and it's going to be A-okay. You go to school? No. I'm just saying that the schools are opening up. It's important for kids to be social as well. The kids are the ones who are screeching on the internet, is what I'm saying. It's important for them to learn how to be social face to face and not just learn from the internet, because there are a lot of problems with that. Yeah, hopefully more things will open. Yeah. I mean, we're all just about done with these basic protocols. They're trying to say like, oh, even after you get the vaccine, you got to wear a mask out in public, and I don't think people are buying that. I don't think they're into that idea, because if anything, you're just making it so there's no reason for people to get the vaccine anymore. The reason why people are getting the vaccine is because they don't want to be afraid of going out in public. You kind of like ruin the point. You're not a college girl? I'm not in college. No, I'm way past college. How young do I look, people? Be honest. I look 13. Well, what's your guesstimates? What's your guessing? Oh, man. You know, it's funny. You can't see all the stuff on the bed, but it's just like completely covered in photos. Like old photos of me and my family. And old dogs. Oh, there we go. We got a few correct ones here. First one is 12, 38, 25, 24, 26, 25, 24, 25, 24, early 20s, 22, 22. Yeah, you guys, you're pretty close. You're pretty close. But no, I'm not in college. I'm 23. I'll be 24 this August coming up. So, yep, pretty close. She's not even born. Yes, I got you guys. I'm not even born yet. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I think we have some old Disney photos somewhere in there, which I'm excited about having because I can barely remember when I went to Disney World. So I really want those photos as like proof that I was in fact there and that it used to be very wonderful and magical, you know, before they started taking everything out. But man, those Disney World photos were like from 2000, what was it, 2002? I think. Yeah, I think it was 2002. So I was like 5 years old when I went to Disney World. And the only thing in my memory of being there when I was 5 was that I got this spinny toy with Tinkerbell on the top. And it spun around. And I kind of felt bad about spinning it around because I thought, oh man, I'm going to make Tinkerbell dizzy. But man, I played with that spinny toy so much. It never got old. I was so entertained. And then the batteries ran out and I was like, Dad, need more batteries for my spinny toy. And I think eventually I broke it. Eventually. I think the wings fell off of Tinkerbell. It's a shame. Poor Tinkerbell. But yeah, Disney World has changed a lot from when I was a kid. And I know because I went there last year. Was it last year? God damn it. The years are a fucking blur at this point. I don't know when I went places anymore. Maybe it was the year before last year. Maybe it was 2019. Yeah, you know what? I think it was 2019. I mean, I did go somewhere during 2020, but it was not to Disney World. We went to the shore. Yeah. How was Disney World? Well, I'm sure it was fantastic when I was a kid. And when I was an adult, it was okay. But they are taking a lot of stuff out. They had already taken a lot of stuff out when we got there. Adam, who went with me, he was super disappointed. He was pretty bummed out, which is a shame. 2019 feels like 50 years ago, right? Right. My God. Everything was closed last year. Not everything. I did go on a short, I think it was a week or a 5-day vacation last year. So this wasn't everything. Since they took out Back to the Future and Terminator, I'm not interested. Oh man, I don't know anything about Universal Studios right now, but I do know it's Universal Studios, right? Who are adding in the Mario Land, right? I mean, it couldn't be anyone else. Why would I hear about other theme parks? What other theme parks are there? Six Flags, Busch Gardens. That's it. I named all of them. I don't know any Sesame Place. Do we really consider Sesame Place a theme park? It's more like a carnival. Let's be honest. You're religious with the cross. That's not mine. I don't know if you noticed. It was originally up there when we moved in. We took it down at one point, and then my mom recently put it back up. It doesn't belong to me, but this isn't my house, so she can put it up if she wants. I don't care. You know? What is the age of this chat? Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom. Yeah. What about SeaWorld? Does SeaWorld still exist, or did they close out? I think I went to SeaWorld, but I don't think it was really fun. Cross to keep vampires away. Hell yeah, man. Get your vampire cucks out of my house. They ain't sunken nothing tonight. Universal, stop, nudity. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, did you guys have topics? SeaWorld in Ohio is gone. The other parks are still open. Okay. Interesting. What is new in the news? I'm going to go check it out. Oh, interesting. So Netflix is cracking down on password sharing. That's the first thing that I see here. What do you guys think of that? I mean, really, is that where you're losing your money, Netflix? Password sharing? That's what's really hurting your bottom line? Really? I don't know about that. I would be willing to bet that the mass exodus from you defending cuties took a lot of your money out of your income there, if you ask me. How the heck are they going to be? How are you going to find out if someone's password sharing? You're just going to be like looking at the location of where someone's streaming at? It's kind of creepy, dude. But also, like, what if someone has two houses? What if they have a vacation house and they have the same Netflix in both areas? Will they have to, like, get a new Netflix account for a different area? How's that going to work? Canceled Netflix long ago. Yeah, right? Being all stingy over that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Huge boon for pirating. So many people share their password with someone, and usually it's just like if you go over someone's house, you're like, oh man, I really wanted to show you this. Let me go on Netflix and log in, and we'll watch it, and then I'll leave. And, you know, sometimes they don't log out, sometimes they do. But it's like, is that really that big of a deal? Do we have to only invite people over our house to get them to watch Netflix? If anything, you're just advertising Netflix to other people. You're giving them like free trials. Eventually, doesn't Netflix log out on its own? So like, what's the big deal? Oh boy. I don't know, man. I think that's something very small to focus on. Password sharing. Like, that's what's hurting you, right? And there was news recently that the best-selling Marvel comic was actually a manga, and it sold quite good. There's this article here that someone showed me. Japan exclusive Deadpool Samurai manga is Marvel's most read series in recent history. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so they did do a bunch of... Yeah. Oh my gosh. They make a lot of comics. Why are they adding this into the article? I don't care about this. It's region and app locked. Deadpool Samurai has been putting up massive readership numbers through its run. Both the series' first and second chapters amassed over 1 million reads each. And though a standard drop-off in readers has occurred since its debut, Deadpool Samurai's most recent chapter has still been viewed by over 650 fans. So it looks like, yeah, this is on an app. It's exclusive to Shonen Jump Plus, right? Well, they definitely have a lot of users on Shonen Jump Plus. I don't have it. I'm a little bit weary of getting comic apps on my phone because a lot of them are like bad, very bad. And some of them you pay for a subscription, but then you also have to pay for super exclusive comics on the app. And it's like, dude, I'm already paying a subscription. Just let me get all the comics. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Disney Plus. They're like, oh yeah, you're paying a subscription, but if you want to watch this movie early, you gotta pay a little bit more. Huh? And then it won't matter because you don't get a physical copy. It's so stupid. The week went by fast. Well, that's good. Yeah, I didn't upload too much this week. I just uploaded those 2 videos, and then I was like, man, I guess I'll live stream. I guess that's close enough. Your opinion on Gina Carano being fired? Well, I mean, obviously they shouldn't have fired her. That was silly. Everyone's upset now, and it's not going away. People are going to keep on being upset about it. So it's a big mistake on their part. I don't know what they're going to do about it. C18 behind you in your left. Oh, that? Oh, I won that. Yeah. Yeah, that's some I guess I'll show you. We're getting there. Alright, there we go. See. This is from Zamir Sam. They were doing a little art raffle, and I won it. Off of what I assume is Pure Trans. It's very good. It's a very good art piece, gotta say. Very good, very nice. So I just keep it in the back. I just show it off like, hey, look, art. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in this room. I try to clear it out for just like this section. But if you turn this way or this way, there's just all shit. It's just all shit all over the place. Oh, damn, that's cool job. Thank you. Yeah, very nice. Gotta keep it nice, pristine. I mean, ideally, you would put it behind a frame or something, but when I get my own house, I'll figure that out. Oh, yeah, I did hear about Pepe Le Pew. I heard about that after Lola, actually. There was such big uproar about Lola, I didn't even notice that Pepe Le Pew completely got written out. And they're saying because, like, it was insensitive, because he was a sexual harasser or something. It's like, huh? Are people really just that sensitive about that? I don't know. Apparently there was a scene where they actually kept him in, and they had a scene where he was like flirting with whatever the fuck her name is from Pregnant Woman show. And they have her like smack him, and it's like supposed to be funny, like, oh, he tries to flirt with her even though she's a human and he's attracted to, his own kind. And apparently it was funny. Apparently they liked the scene, but then they were like, nah, we're going to cut that out. No more Pepe Le Pew. That's what I heard anyway. Feel free to correct me. But yeah, the whole joke behind Le Pew is that he's like supposed to be very romantic, right? But he always goes after this cat thinking that she's a skunk because she has the same black and white pattern, and she's not a skunk. So she is very repulsed by his smell. So she runs away, and he just keeps on trying to romance her again and again and again. With that, it's not because of his romances that she's like running away from him. It's more so that she doesn't want to be near him at all because he smells so bad. You know what I mean? It's a very different joke than what they interpret it as. I don't really see it as a sexual harassment thing. I just see it as a goofy Looney Tune thing. Oh my God, imagine that. Imagine me seeing a Looney Tune as a Looney Tune. Crazy. For the third time, what kind of shows, comics, games you like? What do you want? A list? I don't know. Shows. I like a lot of cartoons. I've been watching cartoons lately, so that's what's on my mind. I like anime too. Not a lot of shows that I like. Not. I mean, I guess there are some older sitcoms that are good. I Dream of Jeannie, Twilight Zone, Three Stooges, of course. Although I don't know if Three Stooges is necessarily. Is that really sitcomish? I Love Lucy's obviously sitcomish. Yeah, man, it's been a while since I watched an actual show. I guess Impractical Jokers, although that's more like reality television. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more cartoons and animes that I like than per se shows. What else? Comics. I read a lot of manga, a lot. Mostly romance manga, because I'm filthy trash, of course. I dig old school Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans comics. Those were good. I've read a lot of shit. I don't know what I don't know what you want from me. Games. I like Dark Souls style games. I dig Code Vein. I really like Hollow Knight. I'm pretty close to finishing Hollow Knight for the first time. I plan to play it again eventually, but Oh, and Silk Song's coming out. I'm totally playing that. That's gonna be fucking awesome. Don't think I've watched any live action shows in a long while. Been too focused on games and anime. I feel ya. I don't even know. Every time that a new show gets announced, it's bad. It's like just really trashy. Oh my God, there's so many shows on the CW that are so fucking trashy and just so bad. And now they want to make a Powerpuff Girls live action. And of course. What's that girl? Girls live action actresses. They announced the actresses lately. What do you think? What do you think they made Buttercup? What do you think they did with her? What do you think? Of course, that's who Buttercup looks like. Hang on, I guess I gotta share my screen for you to actually see. Let me set that up. Share screen. Brave tab. Oop, you see it? Yep, there we go. There are the actresses playing. Oh God. They're so old. It's so weird. All right, well, they're supposed to be adults in this version, of course. Did I or did I not call that this was the type of girl who's gonna play Buttercup? I knew that they had to go with like someone of color or someone black, and But I was fucking right. I was I hit that nail so hard on the head because she's the aggressive one. For a second there, I thought they might not do it because they might be called out for their stereotyping, but they fucking did it. They did it anyway. And you're not a redhead. But whatever. What? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be trash anyway. It wouldn't matter who they casted. It was gonna be trash. Nobody cares. Fuck. No, I so predicted it. I really did. I said it in my last video before they even fucking announced who was going to be playing the girls. I just knew it. Man. Why doesn't this girl call them out like, oh really? I'm gonna be playing Buttercup? Why do you say that? Oh my gosh. And why did they fucking stupid deadline bitch? Why did you use these photos? It's from the remake. Ugh. It's from the reboot. It's not right. I'm mostly joking around, but whatever. I'm not gonna watch it anyway. Or well, maybe I will watch it. Maybe I'll watch it just so that I can vomit on screen and you guys can watch me and take pleasure in my pain. Oh, it's so brutal. I haven't been watching Winx Saga at all. The live action Winx. I have been watching MJ Tanner's reviews on it. It sounds bad, but even more so than bad, it sounds like super fucking boring. Like I'm going through her review and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't sound like you're describing anything interesting happening. Why should we watch this again? Whatever. Whatever. It's also interpretation. But yeah, I also heard that this actress was apparently like known for tweeting a lot of racist shit. But then again, like who doesn't? They all do now. Nobody cares. Okay, who cares, right? This is the world. I can help you watch PPG Dannphan. Going through Titans with you was fun. Going through Titans was brutal. Not only because like I didn't like it, but also because there were so many people that actually did like it. It was awkward. It's just like sad. Whatever. And a lot of people like Doom Patrol too. And I mean, just to be honest with you guys, I never did watch all the way through Doom Patrol. I actually did just like give up. As soon as I took a break, like, oh my God, I need a break from this show, I couldn't go back. Life seemed so nice without it. No, Doom Patrol has its moments. It does. There are really good scenes in the Doom Patrol live action show. It's just such a fucking bummer. It's just I don't get it, you know? I don't get what they're going for. Sometimes it's like super lighthearted, sometimes it's like really adult parody of the superheroes, and then sometimes they're just like, oh, we're really dark and edgy, fucking jerking myself off. I just, you know, it's just all over the place, and I don't know what to feel. I don't know where my heart is supposed to go with this. I just don't get that connection the same way that other people do. So I felt like maybe it's just best to go look at something else for a while and just like not worry about it, and just not worry about making a review and like having a lot of people be mad at me because they liked it and I couldn't. You know, it's one of those things. There's a lot of different people out there likes a lot of different things. Watch The Boys. I wouldn't like The Boys. Just looking at the trailers, I can tell I wouldn't like The Boys. I didn't like the comics, and it's just like I wouldn't like it. I know I wouldn't. Are you a fan of Critical? I don't know. Is that a YouTuber? I'm assuming it's a YouTuber. I'll say that I have not watched, but it sounds familiar. Hello, Dannphan. Weird name. Well, hello. What a very formal hello I got there. Drinking a cold one with the boys. Yep. Drinking the rest of my Arizona iced tea because I didn't have my regular tea this morning, so this is the closest I'll get. And it won't give me any energy at all because there's too much sugar in it to possibly get me going. There is like premium brewed blend of black teas using filtered water. Well, thank you. Thank you, Arizona iced tea, for filtering that water for me. It's but yeah, as much black tea as there is in here, I don't think I'm going to get any energy from this because, my God, there's a shitload of sugar. There's a lot of sugar. Oh my goodness. But it tastes delicious. I can't deny. It's really great. Did you see the remake of Digimon Adventure? No, I didn't even know they were making a remake. Are there any tropes in cartoon anime that you personally don't like? Yes. But I have to think about it. I have to think about what I don't like. Because I'm sure that I've bitched about a trope before. I mean, oh, thank you for the $5, man. Thanks, man. Yes. Okay. So I think there is a certain character trope that every now and then they'll just sprinkle in there. It'll always be a side character. It's never the main character. Although I think I have seen a manga where they were trying to make that the main character. There's always this girl who is like an outspoken lesbian. And, you know, her look will change, varied. It's not really the design that turned me off. It's the fact that this character trope will always grab other girls' boobs and, like, you know, try to get sexual with them, like, out of fucking nowhere, just for, I guess it's more of a fan service thing than it is a character trope. But then again, if you consider like the old man who like steals girls' panties to be a character trope, then that type of character would also classify as a character trope. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's just like annoying because it's taking up time in the anime and I'm not getting turned on by it. So you know what I mean? It's like this is adding no value. Found your channel the other day and have been watching a lot. Well, welcome to the channel. Make yourself at home, kick up your feet, and grab a cold one. Lemonade. So basically, Luna from Queensblade Rebellion. Never saw it, but it's just like every now and then I'll see that side character in an anime. And she just takes up too much time. Too much time. I mean, I guess the only anime where I didn't really have a problem with it was probably Keijo. Because in the show Keijo, it actually fits. Because, like, everyone's kind of fucking weird in that show. And it just makes sense for them to have that trope in there. But yeah, when it comes to other shows, it's just like, you know, oh great, now I have to wait 2 minutes for this scene to be over so that I can get back to the plot. You know? Yeah, Keijo does rule. That fucking show's the best. I gotta get that on DVD. I really do. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. That's just the first one that popped in my head when you said that. I'm sure I could think of a bunch of other tropes that I don't like. There's a lot of tropes that I don't mind, though. And there's even some tropes that I would like look for when it comes to certain mangas, just stuff that appeals to me, you know? But specifically, it's also specifically character tropes. There's a lot of plot tropes and there's certain premises that get used a lot in anime that you can look for. You see the new Space Jams? No, what do you mean? What is that question? I don't understand. Keijo, one-of-a-kind show. Yes. Yes, it was. Kamiga Kill. You know, I've seen that name around. I haven't seen it, though. I haven't seen it. There's also a lot of animes where what'll happen is I read the first volume of the manga first, and it like, for whatever reason, it wouldn't appeal to me. And then the anime comes out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to avoid that one because I didn't get wowed by the manga. And there's also a lot of animes where I watched the first episode, doesn't do anything to wow me. I just skip past it, move on to another one, you know? You know, it's just like, if you don't, a lot of people like to say in anime, like, oh, you got to get to episode 200 to actually start, like, when it actually gets really good, it's around like way deep in there. But you just gotta hang on. You just gotta be patient. I can't do that voice for too long. Damn. Yeah, but I mean, the purpose of a pilot is to sell me on the show. Similarly, the purpose of a first volume is to sell me on the show. Selling me on the series. If you can't do that, maybe you're not a very good writer. You know what I mean? It was like, why? Why should I hang in there? Why should I keep reading if I didn't like what I was reading? That's just kind of my philosophy there. I'm sure that people have their own like opinion. You know, a lot of things with these reviews. With these reviews, a lot of people say that they always finish a series before reviewing it. But then you have all these ongoing series like fucking One Piece over there that just goes on forever. It's like, yeah, I guess that show is never getting reviewed. That's never ending. Oh boy. But you know, I feel like if you want to make a review and if you want to like leave a disclaimer like, oh, by the way, I only watched up till here, you can do that. But for the most part, you can understand, like, if you're going to like something based on the first few episodes or the first volume of a manga. You don't have to go super deep into the show until you finally find out whether or not you like it. I mean, to some I guess I could understand if there's, like, some mystery behind the show, some questions that you want answered, so you keep on watching. And then when you finally have those questions answered, that's when you just decide, like, is this a good answer? Is this a bad answer? And whether or not it's a good or a bad answer decides whether or not it's a good or a bad show. But it does engage your interest, which is the point of the first few episodes, to engage your interest and keep you on the hook for it, you know? I mean, there's some writing talent behind that alone. All right, I'll go back to reading comments now. I've had my rant. Now, since you don't like most of the new shows coming out, would you consider doing reviews for older shows you enjoyed? Certainly would. I have considered like making videos about all these cartoons that I've enjoyed in my childhood, and even some of the newer cartoons that I have seen. Nah, not the newest, but newer to me, per se. But yeah, and I think I would probably have a lot of fun making those types of videos. But who knows? Newest cartoon that I watched till this day is The Kid Cosmic, which I did a review on, and people are upset about me because they were like, "Oh my god, you are so biased. Your review is so biased. I don't like it." And it's like, yeah, Of course I'm biased. Were you expecting me to have a non-biased review? If I had a non-biased review, I couldn't tell you how I felt about it. You don't go to a reviewer to get a non-biased review. A non-biased review is basically just like an analysis or a deconstruction of the script, a deconstruction and reconstruction of the script. Yeah, the reviews are biased by their nature. You go to a person based on like what's their personality, what kind of stuff do they like, and if you're like on the same wavelength as them, you can kind of tell like, oh well, if she liked this kind of stuff or if she didn't like this kind of stuff, it's probably something that I wouldn't like because of these reasons that she listed. You know, I list reasons why I don't like something. And if that turns you off, if the reasons that I list turn you off, then you might also not like it. That's the idea. That's the idea of a critic. They explain to you why they didn't like it. They don't tell you whether or not it's objectively good or bad. That's not the purpose. Everyone's biased. There's a lot of people who comment on my channel saying, oh my God, I love your videos because you're so unbiased when you cover topics. And it's not true. It's not true. Everyone's biased. I mean, maybe I make a point to see the other side of the argument, but I'm still giving you my opinion on the matter. I'm always giving you my opinion on the matter. And opinions themselves are biased. You go to a review, like I said, you go to a reviewer to hear their biased opinion. You get their opinion on something. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's kind of normal for people to be turned off when a reviewer says that a show that they really liked wasn't that great. But, you know, I get it. I do. Do you like weird food combinations? No. No, I don't. I can't even recall any food combinations I've had that I would consider weird. Did you see Space Jam 2 footage that was on the net? You know, I saw screenshots. I didn't see the footage. But when I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. So maybe I can try again. Space Jam 2 clip video. Oh, is this actually the official teaser? Is this some person that's like, oh, it's official teaser? Oh, fucking mute. Okay, goody. Okay, that's not Space Jam 2, but okay. So it's just that little clip. That's it. That 2-second clip, is that what you're referring to? I'm looking at the like to dislike ratio on this video. Yeah, it's half and half. Because they named this video Space Jam 2 official trailer teaser 2021. And that's fucking not true. This is not a teaser for Space Jam 2. This is like just a collection of random clips put together. It's terrible. Thank you for the donation, my dude. Could you tell us a little bit about your new unfinished art book? Well, it's kind of a collection of sketches and works in progress that I did while I was coming up with different ideas for comics. And there are even like full sketched out comic pages on there and some dialogue. You can read it, you know. I did try to leave out some stuff, or at least some stuff that I felt that I was probably going to finish later, you know. But in a way, it can be seen as like a book of sneak peeks, maybe projects that I'll finish and put up on the website in the future, or maybe projects that'll just get kind of thrown in the vault and never finished again. But yeah, it's mostly I know that a lot of people out there kind of like looking at works in progress and looking at concept art and different things like that. So that's kind of the purpose of the unfinished art book, but also just to like give all that work a place to go, because who knows if it's going to be finished in the future. It's nice to just have a place where people can see what it was going to be, get the idea of it. And yeah, I also provide a lot of commentary to give some background to what it was, what the plot was, what the characters were, what it was going to be like. So it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. I really like watching those animation documentaries and seeing all the work that got put behind making an animated movie. All the reference material and fucking sketches. It's so cool. It really is. It's so cool. I have thousands of unfinished projects. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. I've been so inspired to make so many different, such different projects, you know? Like all the comics that, I mean, right now in general, you go to burningstarcomics.net and you get four comics that you can buy, and then there's also 4 comics that are free to read on the website, and they're all so different. They're aimed at completely different audiences. Like you have the unfinished art book, which I think for the most part can hit a wide range of people. I think mostly maybe artists will get it because they'll be like interested in the process of making a comic and seeing sketches and stuff like that. But then you have Oh Girl, obviously very 18 plus oriented, kind of a jokey parody book. And then you have Ellie the Eliminator, which is more so for kids, and it's more so me making comics that I originally wanted to make. It's like this cartoonish stuff for kids because I love cartoons so much. And like I said, I'm working on Ellie the Eliminator 3 coming up soon, coming at you at hyperspeeds. And then on the freebies, you got Absent Minded, which is also more so for like teenagers, adults, Nice Guys Guide to Women, Kitten in the Clouds, and then the Blindfold. I guess the Blindfold is, yeah, Absent Minded and the Blindfold are kind of teenish. And then Nice Guys and Kitten is like super young as far as content. It's just like it's just a picture, little picture book, essentially, putting on the internet. But you know what I mean, right? I'm like all over the place. And then I'm working on Sonic Witch. And Sonic Witch will be fun. But it'll take a while to finish because it's kind of long. I can't deny it's a little bit long. Long stuff takes a long time to finish. That's what happens. Even if you don't finish most of them, try making some holistic concept art so that you may save the spirit of the project. Yeah, definitely, of course. I mean, I still like love the characters that I create, even if it's for like something that'll never come out. I still love making the characters, and I still love the characters that I made back then. I like the ideas behind them. So many great character concepts that I drew up that I was like, man, this person looks so cool. But then the comic that they were attached to gets canceled, gets canned. I don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't work, and I know that it doesn't work, so I have to move on to the next project. And this really cool character design and this idea that I came up with just kind of gets thrown out with it, you know? That's what happens. Sonic Witch colored. It's not colored currently. I mean, theoretically, I could get it colored. But as it is now, it's not. It's not. It's black and white pages. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a campaign for Sonic Witch. Doing an Indiegogo. But I'm thinking maybe it's not a good idea to do a campaign unless it's like halfway done because of its length. And So I thought maybe instead I could split it up into smaller issues and put them on the website digitally, like one at a time, kind of gauge how people feel about the comic as they're reading it. And then maybe like 2 issues, 3 issues in, I put up the campaign to get a actual graphic novel, all the issues put together, and get it physical. And then you can also contribute that way to getting the book completed and getting it printed, because I don't have money to invest in printing. Like I've said that before, but I don't have the money to actually invest in printing my comics into the real world. I'm not good positioned financially, you know? I have to pick my battles when it comes to that type of stuff. But yeah, thanks for this fun stream. Stay safe and stay well. Oh yeah, it's 2:30. I guess we'll be saying our goodbyes. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the Friday with Dannphan live stream. Hey, we're doing afternoons now. We're so fucking cool, breaking the rules, breaking the law. I'm probably gonna go out on a walk because it's actually quite beautiful outside. I'm hoping for like nice weather so that I can start wearing my midriff shirts again. That's what I'm hoping for. And yeah. And after that, I'm gonna work on more Ellie 3. Maybe I'll do my taxes that I've been putting off for a long time. And yeah. And then I guess I'll come back here with some new videos next week. Woo! So stick around for some fun stuff, guys. Till then, I'll see you next time. Hope you had a fun time on the stream.